Good morning, good afternoon, good evening on this bright Saturday. But yeah, as I promised you guys, I'm gonna trade review my top runners from last week. Again, I let it play for 340%, 150%, 100%, 90%. I let about 5-6 plays last week, which ran a huge amount. But let's just explain why. Our main runner was LIFW. So let's just look at this chart and let me just explain to you how you should have entered this. So as you see this highlight from here, this is our entry price. But why did I alert this? Let me just explain why. Guys, the first thing I want you to do is hit that like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and I'll do plenty more of these videos in the future. But let's get straight into this video. So the first thing I want you guys to do is start with the daily chart. Why do I always explain the daily chart and say, okay, let's start with this, guys? Why? Because it gives you the cleanest view of the current chart. So you'll essentially get the best you get to see from a further away to see where price rejects the most, which gives you a bigger chance of winning in the trade, in my opinion. But yeah, let's just look at this chart. So our day was here. This is the day where we play the stock. Again, look, we hit 17.48. But let's just go before that day. So we're not looking at these candles here. We're looking at the candles before the 6th of November. So now by looking at these candles, we can quite clearly see we've got resistance here. Let me just mark my daily zones. There you go. We've got resistance. Again, we look here, we've got resistance here. It's 4.5 level. We've got resistance just here, the 6.3 level. And we've got more resistance here around this $8 level. Above that, we've got a cleaner run towards 10.3. You can quite clearly see this on the chart. We just zoom out. Let's just zoom out. Look. See, there you go. And look how that respected that level. Look, just there. Guys, see, I don't even see that. But you can clearly see levels of respect on the daily, man. Levels of respect, 13.5. And then we've got we've got a level here as well, 14.3. So keep that in mind. And we've got these levels here. But yeah, let's just get right into this. So we marked our daily levels. Why do I say mark the daily levels? They are significant levels of support and resistance. Honestly, you guys could get away with just trading daily levels. By what I mean by that is, let's say this is a daily level here, which is 3.3. You break this level, get a 5-minute close above. You could look for entries. Why? We are above a key level on the chart. We have broken a level of major resistance. Major resistance is, so look here, the volume on here is 7.8 million, and the volume when we broke was 64 million. That tells you the story of how powerful this play was. Now what we do is, from there, all we do is switch back to the 5-minute chart, and from that level I mentioned, you'll see how to give alerts. So when I look here, this is my alert. My alert was exactly at $4, just here. And I'm gonna tell you why I alerted this. Why? And you guys will be like, okay, wow, that's a good alert. But yeah, let me just explain why. So we've got the 5-minute chart. The 5-minute closed above our key daily level. As I mentioned earlier, it's a huge level on the daily. Now we switch over to the 1-minute chart. And let's just switch over, let's look back. Let's just look back at this 1-minute chart. Just gotta scroll back a bit, so just mind me, guys. Just gotta scroll back for a bit. But yeah, I'll just show you exactly why we took our entry and where we took our entry. So this is the area where we took our entry. Let me just move this highlight. And let me just zoom in a bit more, so you guys can get a better view. There you go. So I alerted it around this area here. So I missed my initial run up. I actually wanted entry around here, 3.5, but I got in slightly later. Again, the reason being, my main reason being, I didn't realize at the time the play was running. So I missed that initial alert, but I could have got in here. But that didn't stop me from getting in again. Why? Because look, the next day lows zone is 4.5. And if you look at this chart, you're about $4. Look here. We've still got another 10-15% to run. And if we break that, we got 61%. If we break that, we got 100%. And look, we ended running like 340%. But I'll tell you why I entered. Again, all I did was I marked this trend. This is just a trend. It's showing that the price hasn't fallen below a trend line. A trend line is only confirmed after 3 touches. So look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got about 6, 7 touches. It's a very bullish sign. Not only that, we started to form an ascending triangle. An ascending triangle is a bullish continuation pattern on the 1 minute chart. Once I started to see that, we had this candle here, pullback candle. I was like, you know what, let me take my shot. The risk is 3%. Essentially, there's no risk on this play. So I'll give you my exact risk. I think I entered around here, and my risk was around here, which was around 3.1%. My reward was much significantly higher. So it was a really good play on my part with this ascending triangle play. And now just look at this play. From there, we ended up hitting 17. What a brilliant play, guys. There you go, 17.48 from there. From the level we wanted, we got 17.48. But yeah, just making sure you switch to these higher time frames will give you a much better chance to enter plays. You never want to enter plays that are too far away from support and close to resistance. So I'll give you an example of when I wouldn't have entered this play. I'll give you a good example. So honestly, I wouldn't have entered this play. I wouldn't have entered this play around this major level. The reason being is that's just chasing the play. There's no significant pullback. But if I wanted to enter this play and I've missed out on the initial run, I'd wait and I'd probably try getting in around here. So once we broke out of here, you see we got a run up again. Or another entry would have been on this close above this major level. But yeah, but I wouldn't have really got in again. Especially considering I follow the Elliott wave theory, which is another YouTube video I'll make a video on Elliott wave and how you can use this to your advantage. But let's move on to the next trade I had, which is CDIO. Again, another excellent play, and I'll give you the exact place area I gave you my entry. So my entry on this was around, just move to the 5 minute chart. I gave 2 entries on this actually. One was around 100% move, I think 150% move. So around here to around here. So 188% move. And then I gave another entry here, which is another 100% plus move. So look here, 1.8, wherever the high was. So 100% plus move. But the reason why I entered this the first time was, let's switch to the daily chart. Okay. And let's just look at the daily chart. How clean is this chart, guys? Remember I talk about mark your areas of resistance and support. So let's start marking those. Daily. Let's go to our daily zone. And let's start looking. So we want to ignore this level because this is day after. So what would I have done in that scenario? I'm looking for areas of resistance. I don't need to mark this area because we're above this. I'm just looking for areas of resistance. We're already above this, so I'm just looking at this. This is an area. And then we've got this little area here, which is another area of resistance. There's one candle there, but it's an area of resistance. Then you've got another area just here, just previously rejected. And you got this area around this 1.05 area. Then we kind of go into an area where there'll be a bit more struggle to get over. But yeah, but the reason for my entry was in this area anyways. So again, you see there's room to run. So my entry was around first entry was around 0.68. So like around this area, and look, we had about 20% run up to the next major level. Above that, we had another 50%. So it was a good shot for me to trade because I traded with a 1-2 RR, risk to reward. So I'm aiming for 3% risk, 6% plus reward. But let's just move back down to the 5 minute and give you exactly why I entered. So with a major level, as first we see, we were at a major level. So I've got my major level marked, and what I'm looking at is we push it to open, we push it to open, we push it to open. And this was a pre-market high on different time frames. So this was a high. So I had that area marked as well as a major level anyways. But we had our initial push, we were pushing it to open, and then we had a nice pullback. And we pulled back into a major level, which was key to understand. Let me just move this highlight. It's clear to see. Once we pulled back to the major level, we had a low volume pullback as well, meaning when the red candles sellers dried out, it showed buyers started to step in, which meant this was an area of demand, an area where buyers find attractive. So I started to look at this area and I was like, okay, let me start looking for an entry. And that's exactly what I did. Based on the 5 minute, I was like, okay, we started to pull back into a major level. The 5 minute still above. Let's switch over to the 1 minute and let's look for a pattern. Let's look for repeat patterns, trends. So I'll just show you this chart, exactly how I entered, where I entered. So here, so as I said, on the 5 minute looked bullish, the daily looked bullish. So literally all I did was mark this level. We had a nice falling wedge. Let me just remove this there, and look, bang. My entry was here. Literally my entry was like exactly here in 1 minute. So we broke. We had a nice pullback, and I tried to look for entries. I was like, okay, I like this, and then bang! What a move! 0.68. My first target was around. I'll show you what area. First target was around this 0.72 zone, which was around 9%. And then after that, it was we moved bang. We went all the way to here, 0.7450. So around here, another 11-12%, and then 0.77, so 15%, and then we made another explosive move towards 40%. And I started to alert again. I alerted again, and the reason why I alerted this play again was because on the 5 minute we had a bullish flag. I'll show you exactly how, where, what. But here we were flagging nice on this chart. To show you. So this was my entry. So I looked at this 5 minutes there, a nice doji candle. Let's just switch back. I'll show you the exact flag. Just show you guys. Let me just move back this chart. Okay. So you can quite clearly see, guys, this is a bullish flag, and look, that's a flag. Like, there's no other way going by it. Look, there's a flag pole there, and that's a flag. That's a bullish flag. A bullish flag is a continuation pattern. Again, if you look at this play, we also formed like an ABCD pattern, A, B, C, and then we moved up. So it was a nice play on that aspect. We had a lot of different confluences, so that's the reason why I alerted it. Now let's move on to our next play, which is TNON. It's been a long video so far, but also I'm going to start cruising away because obviously I've given you most of the examples anyways. But TNON 2.48, I gave this a lot. Let's just look at this daily chart. Let's just start marking our daily levels first. So our levels around here. Let's mark our daily levels here. Let's get to the daily zone. We've got this $2 level. $2 significant level. We've got around this level here as well, 2.7 level. But the main level I was looking at was this level here. If you guys see here, we've got a gap to fill towards 6, which made it even more attractive for me. So there was a reason for bulls to push this price up. There was an area of that we could have pushed towards. So when we broke this, we had room towards 6. We ended up hitting 4.77. Also, we didn't hit 6, but that's why you scale out as you go. I always preach this. So our daily levels are marked. Let's go to the 5 minute. And you'll see from the 5 minute chart, we started to bottom out on this level here. And I just thought to myself, okay, let's just look for a trend. And you can clearly see here, we started to form an area of support. Trend line, so 1, 2, 3, we started to bounce. The 5 minute, so we had that initial pull back, we bounced, and then we had another 5 minute candle here, and I was like, okay, it's worth a shot considering from here, from this level here, we could end up hitting around 2.7 at the very least. So from here to here, so that's about 15% move. So that gives me a bullish bias. Let's switch over to the 1 minute chart and tell you exactly why I entered based on that. So I'm looking at higher time frames and I'm like, okay, I could like this, let me enter. But my exact entry on this was around here, this level. And the reason why, again, is as I explained, we had a nice push, and as we were getting that push, we had another pullback. So I quite like this play just based on that, the fact that we were holding up, the fact that, okay, this play was still in play considering we were holding major support on the daily, we were holding support on the higher time frames, and then we just started to form a bit of a bottom. So I just started, okay, this play it's worth getting into, it's worth a shot. 3% risk, so it's not much. And yeah, when I got in, bang, it just went up. So it's one of those plays based on momentum. You want to play this based on momentum. It comes more with screen time, I'd say, with this type of setup. Let me move into my next alert, which was the final ones, which were IMBS. So I had 2 IMBS alerts on the same day. One around this area, which was again here, so around 0.4. Another one around 0.47 to 0.5. and you'd find out exactly why I alerted these plays. Let's just look at the daily chart. The daily chart was clean. I loved the daily chart on this one. I loved it a lot. Let's just look at this daily chart. Like, how, guys, look at, that's probably the cleanest one of the week, in my opinion, the cleanest one. Bang, mark our daily zones, go here, daily zones, just mark these levels there. So we mark our daily zones. Let's just get another area marked. There's an area of support, another area around here. This area, look, you broke this area, we've held this area before, so it's quite an important area to consider. But we marked up daily zones, switch over to the 5 minute, and just look at this play. Look at the way it respects the daily levels, guys. It's just pitch perfection. And why I alerted this was literally, the funny thing about this was I wanted to alert it at 0.35, but my lecturer walked in on me on my chart. But let's just show you why I alerted this and why I was looking at this here as well. Posted on Twitter as well. But guys, it was a daily zone. That's literally what it was. I started to look at the daily zone and I started to find an area of support. Once I found the area of support, I was like, okay, we started to bounce. Look here. This is an area of previous. Look, this is an area of previous supply. Supply meaning an area where sellers started to step up and buyers find no value. So we rejected. Once we broke, we held. This now becomes an area of demand. Look, come back down, we hold, push up, come back down, hold. Price action at its finest. That's all I could say. But look here, then we break out. I wanted an entry around here, 0.35, 0.34, this area. But once we break out, I'm like, okay, damn, I missed it, but no. I was like, okay, we broke out, but we still need to push this area as well, which is another major level. So I looked at this area and I was like, okay, let me switch over to the 1 minute chart and let me look for pullbacks. And the beauty of this chart, I could say without even seeing, it's a falling wedge, another falling wedge it gave me. And it was literally the perfect trade for me. I was like, okay, this is perfect, this is looking good. Let me get my pullback. I got a nice pullback just here. Literally, and I was like, okay, let's take advantage of this. I went to my private members, guys, I'm looking for this play around 0.4 to 0.43 latest entry. We broke, and look, we broke this area just here. I was like, okay, guys, I'm in this play. And the reason why is, and you're like, oh, you might be like, okay, there's a daily zone here. Why would you let know? We broke this daily zone already. So now this daily zone, I know we could break it with ease. Look at the volume we broke it with. 1 million, 2 million. And look at the volume there, 900k. So we start to ramp up with our volume as well. So just read into the volume where if there's a lot of volume on this play, just know you will break 99% of the time, in my opinion. So I like this play here. First target was around this area here. So around a 9% first target. And then I had another target around here, which was a 14% target, and then another 0.44850. So 21%. And then we had a move all the way up, and I think it was about 100%, so about 90%. And then look here, show you another one where I alerted again. So I wanted another entry around here. So I was looking for entry based on this. So now look how this rep, guys, I cannot make this up. The daily zone saves lives. I recommend this more than anything, more than any pattern, anything. Daily zone, keep an eye, guys. If I see you guys not trading with the daily zones, we can have a problem. We can have a big problem, guys. But look at this, guys. Daily zone, break, come back down, respect, break. And as soon as I wanted an entry here, I missed that entry. Thank you to my lecturer, man. He's been such a great person. But I was already in some anyways. I had like 20% to spare. So what I did was, I was like, okay, let me get a pullback. We pushed out and we had a pullback. And this is where I got in. Literally just here. I got in here and I gave this entry and I go to the guys, if you want to get in this play, 0.47, 0.5 latest entry. And then from there, we just went bang. Like literally, at the time I alerted, we were in. I was looking for my sells and I went boom. So around a 15% sell for me. On my first target, 15%, which was just amazing, which was 4. So literally, in order for me to go red on that day, I had to probably take about 15 losses in a row. So this was one of the best plays of that day, if not the best play. Then after that, we just went on a tear. But yeah, guys, that's essentially why I alerted these plays, and I really hope you enjoyed this video. I hope this helps you guys learn how to at least trade the basics. But I don't even think this is the bit. I think this is advanced trading, which you could very easily learn, very easily. It's not hard, honestly. It takes screen time and it takes practice. But guys, if you need any help, send me a DM. If you want to join the Discord, get to the link in my bio on my Twitter, on my Instagram, even on YouTube, you'll see it. But yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out, guys. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Catch you guys in the next one.